Hi everybody, it is Savannah. Today we are going to be doing something that I have never done before on this channel, and I'm actually really excited. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we are going to be doing a reading vlog. Our book of choice, which you can probably tell from the title, it is Fourth Wing. Yes, we're doing Fourth Wing. So I'm extremely late. Everyone was talking about Iron Flame because it was released last year, which is the sequel to this. As you probably know, I have a love-hate relationship with Book Talk and BookTube because some of the recommendations are not for me. But you know, 2024 is kind of my fantasy era, so I'm like, I'm gonna dabble in this. So I'm very excited. I have not read it at all. I don't really know what it's about. So let's read this thing. The thing. Yesterday we did my early birthday celebration. It was fun. We went to dinner, it was great. But I haven't read much. I'm on page 57 currently. We've gotten the premise, a little taste of things. I'm kind of liking it so far. I'm not gonna lie, initially I was like, the writing is different. I thought that because it was gonna be fantasy, it would be a lot more flowery and really embody the whole dragon, rebellion, military type of atmosphere. It's not. I feel like this very much mimics like just regular 21st century words. But I will say the actual plot and like what's happening is really exciting. So our story is following Violet Sorrengail. She is the daughter of the general who helped defeat the rebellion. So she's kind of infamous. She ends up going into the Dragon Rider Quadrant, and there's like the infantry and then the scribes, and she wanted to be a scribe just like her dad, who, rest in peace, died. But her mom is like, and then forces her to become a Dragon Rider, which like, I know it sounds kind of cringy, like dragons, like what? But it's like kind of good. So she ends up getting put in the Fourth Wing group, and the leader of her section is Xaden Rierson, something like that. It's Xaden, and he is like this brooding, dark-haired, I'm gonna kill you guy. And this might be a spoiler, but he purposely swapped her from the Second Wing to the Fourth Wing so that she could be in his group so that he could kill her. Which, oh my gosh, what? As I said, things are kind of crazy. So that's currently where we're at. I will catch you guys up when I continue reading. Okay, so I'm back. I went to the beach. It's winter, but we wanted to watch the sunset. So anyways, I have been reading this thing. I'm on chapter 10, page 114. Like, literally, what? I am eating this thing up. Like, oh my gosh. Xaden and Violet are everything. Like, the secret communication, the mutual pining. I just like... I have said it before, and I love fantasy romance. Like, I think that is actually my favorite genre. Secretly. I don't tell people that. People ask my favorite genre, I say, oh, you know, literary fiction, historical fiction. There is something in fantasy romance that just... So anyways, I am loving this so much, way more than I thought I would. That's kind of like my major update. I don't want to say too much because there's a lot to say, but we're gonna keep reading this thing, and I will update you as I go along. Susie, say hi. Okay, so I just took a bath and I'm almost to page 200, which is like chapter 17, I think. But oh my gosh. So they just did the threshing, which is essentially where you get paired with your dragon, and I did not see that happening whatsoever. And also Dane, which is like her childhood friend and was kind of like the other love interest. That guy is not it. I'm just so excited. I don't know. I didn't have a How to Train Your Dragon era. Like, I didn't really watch that growing up. I'm wondering if this is like the adult fantasy version of that for people. Also, I'm kind of predicting it. I feel like the general, there's something off about him. And I think he is going to be a villain. And I feel like there is going to be some kind of underground plot happening. So that is where we are currently at. It's 4 a.m. So I've gotten to page 350. I took off the sheet jacket and so much has happened. Yeah, I am very sleepy. I can feel my eyes starting to close. So I will see you in the morning, everybody. So I am awake. I am so excited. We are about to finish this thing. So where I left off, they were trying to figure out Violet's signet power. So when you bond with a dragon, they can channel some of their energy into you and then you can get a power. And it's like everyone can have a very different power. Some are more rare than others. And I'm excited. I have a feeling it's gonna be a rare one just because her dragon situation is unique. But anyway, so yeah, I'm excited. I will update you as we go along. Hey, Moose! Okay, I'm on page 4. Why do I look like that? I'm on page 447 and oh my gosh. This girl needs to chill out. Why is she like, yeah, can't tell you the entire truth. But like, why are you freaking out to this extent where she's like, I loved you? Like, he didn't tell you for your own good. Like it's not, like, don't take it personal. Like, I get feeling betrayed, but like, okay, like, everything was fine a minute ago. Anyways. It's really good. I want to read the second book. Is this from his perspective right now? I just got chills. I think this is from Xaden's perspective. Is this the last chapter? Oh my god, it is. Okay. I'm about to read this thing. So let's talk about it. I just finished this like 20 minutes ago. What? Literally what just happened? I am obsessed. I just gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. I'm trying to be less lenient with my ratings because in 2023, I was just getting 5 stars left and right. I was just like, oh, they wrote it? Okay, 5 stars. So I'm trying to be more strict and I actually really enjoyed this. I know initially I was kind of like, dragons, but oh my gosh, I'm trying to figure out what it is exactly. It's their relationship, but it's also just the plot because it's just so interesting and you just want to know what happens. It's like, oh my gosh, is she going to get the dragon? Is she going to make it through the gauntlet? Is she going to get the powers? It's like I need to know. And also, I really liked how Violet's character wasn't kind of just like, I'm frail and meek and I need help. And like, that's how like some of the other characters kind of treat her. What I love is that Xaden doesn't treat her like that. And that's something that's like kind of affirmed throughout the novel. And then he finally says, I think in his chapter, but it's like, he doesn't treat her like she's fragile. He's like, I want you to grow and be at your best because the truth is you're a rider now and you're going to go into the battlegrounds and you need to know what to do. And so I really like that he doesn't kind of like coddle her versus like Dane, the other guy, he does. And also, I don't like Dane, like at all. I was like, best friend. Like, what do you mean best friend? Like, they just kind of throw that around and then he comes up to her, it's like, you need to be a scribe, like all that stuff. And I'm just like, okay, like... But yeah, I haven't read adult fantasy before because all the fantasy novels that I've read were always like YA-ish, I feel like. So this is like my first time actually reading an adult fantasy novel and it's like kind of crazy. Is this my new favorite genre? Maybe. The book ends with Xaden's perspective. It was so perfect because it perfectly sets up the second novel with like future events, but also he declares that he's going to keep trying to get her trust back because he loves her and he knows that she loves him. And it's just like, anywho, I am obsessed. I want to read Iron Flame. I don't know if I'm gonna do a reading vlog out of it, and I don't know when I'm gonna read it, but I am going to. I vow it. I encourage you to read this. Unless you're a little kid. If you're a little kid, you probably shouldn't read this because it's a little bit spicy. And I like didn't realize that, and then I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, if you're a little kid, maybe don't. But anybody else, I think you should read this. It's like a very good introductory fantasy novel that I feel like a lot of people like. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my reading vlog, my first reading vlog, and I will see you next time. Peace out. I don't really read it that much, but when I do, he kind of like, what are you eating? Jibby, look at me, Jibby. Some of these lines, like, what is she talking about? Dragon Academy. This is adult fantasy, but why is it so spicy? Like, what? Throw me back with these descriptions. Jibby.